कीन्ही बहुत बढ़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही सम भाई। सहस्र बदन तुम्हरो जस गावे, श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा, नारद शारद सहित अहिषा। जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते, कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा, राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा। तुमरउ मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। युग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु, लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानु। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि, जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाहि। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे, तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नाशे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम बचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा, सेत जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हरे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हरे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्तन धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलवीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीशा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजे नाथ हृदय मह डेरा। कीजे नाथ हृदय मह डेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुरभूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो रे भाई सब संतन की जय।
हनुमान जी, वीर हनुमान जी. That is the topic of today. Hanuman ji is worshipped in Bharat and is a very popular god. He is God in monkey form. It is not monkey God. Bhagavan in a monkey form. Bhagavan can be in any form, but here the Lord is in a monkey form. And he is worshipped. Some places Tuesday, some places Saturday. Tuesday is because Bhagavan Ramchandraji's birthday, and Hanuman is very happy. Ramchandraji's birthday, he is devotee, naturally he is very happy. And when he is happy, you can go and ask him anything, he will grant you. This is natural. Even if you want to ask some favor, from your father, mother, you ask, ask around, how is her mood today? And then you go and ask. Anyway, here also, Bhagavan Hanumanji is very happy Tuesday. So we can go and pray to him, he will grant your wishes. And Saturday is very famous because if you worship him Saturdays, if you have Shani, Sade Sati. Shani means Saturn. Everybody has to go through, in everyone's horoscope, Saturn comes. Not the Desha we are talking about, there is Sade Sati. That comes and hit you at least 3 times in your lifetime. And when it hits, it's very bad. So Hanumanji had this blessing from Shani Devata. Ravana was a very powerful person. He had kept under his control all grahas. Means he believed that the fate is in his hand, not in the hands of the planets. He never believed in prarabdha. He believed in purushartha. So therefore he kept all of them under his control. And Shani Devata was thinking that if I get 1 minute, I will escape. And once I escape, I'll change his fate. And that was when Hanumanji entered the Sabha. And when he saw Hanumanji's fearlessness and that magnanimity of personality, Ravana was inside a little disturbed. That was enough for Shani to get out. And as he was going out, he said, thank you very much for giving me this chance. In return, I bless you. Whoever worship you, I will not touch them. So that is the reason why Saturday is dedicated to Hanumanji. Now, whether you worship him Tuesday, Saturday, it doesn't matter. To worship him is fine. Now, another point we have to notice that in life, to live without getting blamed is very difficult. Somebody will point a finger at you. Even Bhagavan Ramchandraji, even today we have problem explaining. Why did he hide behind a tree and shoot Bali? Then the most difficult one is, why did he abandon Sitaji in the forest? However much you explain, people are not satisfied. So even Bhagavan, he is Brahmaswarup. Bhagavan Vishnu himself has come down to this world to help us, to protect us. Even he is blamed. Sitaji, who was purity incarnate, she was also blamed. And because of that only, Bhagavan had to abandon her. So there is nobody in this world, if you look at, even Bhagavan himself is blamed. What to talk about people like us? There will always somebody to point a finger at you, saying that you should not have done this, you should have done this way. But there is one character in Ramayana, you can never point a finger at him. Never say, Hanumanji, you should not have done this. You should have done this way. Nobody can point out a mistake, a fault. So such a stainless character, very impeccable character. In every activity. In Sundarakand, if you read Tulsidas Ramayana or Valmiki Ramayana, more details are there. Whenever he wanted to take a decision, he will sit down and think, what are the pros and what are the cons? And then when he take a decision, before taking a decision, he remember the Lord. And he pause for a while, think. Before he takes a decision, he remember the Lord. Then only he takes the decision. So this is now taught in all management schools. Before taking a decision, keep quiet for some time, 5 minutes, then only you take your decision. This Hanumanji has showed us. And this Bhagavan, in the Hanuman Chalisa, it is said, the Mahavir Vikrama Bajarangi Kumati Nivar Sumati Ke Sangi. Hanumanji is addressed here as Mahavir. The same title is there for Ramchandraji also, Mahavir. But Veeratvam there is talked about Ranaviraha. So in the battlefield, you become hero. But Mahavir is, there are 5 types of Veeratvam. One is called Tyaga Veeraha, Daya Veeraha, Vidya Veeraha, Dana Veeraha, Rana Veeraha. These are the 5 types of Veeratvam, heroism. Tyaga Veera means renunciation, sacrifice for the sake of righteous living. You have to sacrifice a lot if one has to abide by the right way of living. There are a lot to give up. Like Ramchandraji have given up the kingdom for dharma. Mahatma Gandhi is a recent example. He could have been a very good lawyer in South Africa, making money and living a good life. But he gave up that life for the sake of our country. So this is called Tyaga Veeraha. Same way Hanumanji, with his power, he could have become a king, the king of all monkeys. He had that much of power. But he decided to serve Sugriva as a Guru Dachina to his Guru, Surya Bhagavan. So this is a great sacrifice to Tyaga Veeraha. Then Daya Veeraha, compassionate, means not able to stand the sorrow of others. So first time when he met Sita ji in Lanka, Ashokavadi, he prostrated before her from a far distance. Then it seems he started crying. So why Hanumanji, why are you crying? He said, look at this Sita ji. She was born and bought in a palace, lived in all luxuries. And whenever she wants something, there are always attendants to attend to her small needs. She didn't have to even look for her shoes, somebody will bring and put it on to her. Everything she wanted, there were many people to attend to her needs. That Sitaji was married to Ramchandraji, the Lord of the universe. And when she came to Ayodhya also, it is equally great. There is nothing lacking. And that Sitaji now have come to the forest, has been kidnapped by this Rakshasa and kept her under a tree, not even a shelter. We don't know how long she has not taken a bath, how long ago she has taken a morsel of food. All this we don't know. What a condition, what a fate. Thinking about that, Hanumanji started crying. This is called compassion. Seeing somebody's sorrow, he considers it is his own sorrow. This is called compassion, not pity. Pity is not compassion. Looking down upon somebody's situation or feeling pity for it, that is not compassion. Compassion is identifying with others' sorrow and feel the same. That is called compassion. So Hanumanji was Daya Viraha. Then third one is Vidya Viraha. Great in learning and knowledge, like Vyasa Bhagavan. So there was a particular situation in Ramayana. Bhagavan Ramchandraji was ready to depart from this world. At that time, Yamaraj appeared there to remind Bhagavan, your time has come. So he disguised as a Brahmana, then asked audience with Rama, with one condition that while I am with you, nobody should enter. And Bhagavan said, okay, and kept Lakshana at the gate, saying that you should not allow anybody inside. If you disturb our meeting, whoever disturb our meeting, he will be killed, put to death. This was the order. And Lakshmana said, okay, now think about it. As fate. Durvasa appeared. See, he chose the right time to come. Durvasa appeared there. I want to see Ramchandraji. He said, you cannot go home. And you know the consequences. Durvasa had a very short temper. And if you don't allow him to come in, go inside, he will curse the whole dynasty. And he had that much of power. So Lakshmana thought that, let me break the rule, let me get the punishment, instead of giving the punishment to the whole dynasty. And Brahmana Shapam is considered the worst. Even 7th generation you will not get mukti, it is said. So nobody wishes that. So therefore, Lakshmana thought, let me go. And the moment Lakshmana entered the chamber, Yamaraj disappeared. And Rama got really angry. Hey, you broke the rule, my order, so you should be put to death. Capital punishment. Rajas, those days, there is no court or anything. They can punish. So in the court, next day, Vasishtha Rishi pleaded for Lakshmana and saying that Lakshmana is the one who went with you to the forest and he went through with you all the troubles. You have to reconsider. The Ramchandra said nothing doing. Then all others, mothers pleaded, Bharata pleaded. Then Hanumanji finally listened to everybody. He said, can I make a suggestion? He said, yeah. So in our Shastra it is said, suppose you disown the person. Say that Lakshmana is no more my brother. If you disown him, it is as good as killing. So why, instead of killing Lakshmana, why don't you disown him? In front of everybody say, you are not my brother. See, what a solution. So Lakshmana escaped death. Of course, afterwards he gave up his life because he is Ananda Sheshanag. Before Bhagavan reaches Vaikunta, he has to be there. His bed has to be ready. This Ananda Sheshanag is Maya. Okay. So in our Shastra, it is called Maya. In Bhagavatam, this symbolism is given. Towards the end of 12th chapter, there is a symbolism given by Sutaji. So there it is said, this Ananda Sheshanag Bhagavan is lying down, is Maya. So Bhagavan is resting in Maya. That is the point here. And this is called Vidya Veratvam, knowledge. The knowledge also should be available at the right time. Not that after some time, after the occasion is over, oh, I remember now. That's no point. It should be available at the right time, right place, and we should be able to use it appropriately. This ability Hanumanji had. It's called Vidya Viraha. Then Dana Viraha. Charity, like Karna. So Karna is Dana Veer Karna, it is said. So once Arjuna had this doubt about Karna's charity. So he addressed Bhagavan Krishna saying that, see, I am a married person, Baal Bachcha hai. So Arjuna is married, he has children also. And see, I cannot be like, it's not that I don't want to give money, but I cannot be like Karna. Karna is a bachelor. So he doesn't have to look that side or this side. He's a bachelor. So therefore he is praised that he is Dana Veer Karna. But if I am, see, I also give charity, but because of my situation, I am held back. So you cannot give the title to Karna alone. This way Arjuna argued. Bhagavan said, it's nothing to do with that. Whether you have money or you don't have money, that's not the point. Charity is your heart. If your heart is there, you will be able to give. Well, how do you say that? So Bhagavan said, okay, I'll tell you tomorrow. So next day, Bhagavan created a gold mountain and a silver mountain. And he said, Arjuna, distribute this. By evening, you should finish it. So that's okay. So he called all the Brahmana, they lined up, taking one chip from here and another one from there and putting it in a basket. He was handing over to these Brahmanas, charity. By the time evening came, still there is half left. Bhagavan came and, hey, you are not finished? Sir, Bhagavan, you created a bigger mountain, should have been smaller. So I have been trying to give to everybody. Now, Bhagavan said, now wait. You see, you could not finish it, right? Yes. You admit? Yes. Now I call Karna, you see. So Karna was called and Bhagavan said the same term, you have to give this in Dhanam by before the sunset. There was only not even half an hour left. Karna said, no problem. He called two Brahmanas. He said, you take this, finish. Why taking one chip and things like that? Nothing like that. You take this, you take this. That shows his heart. He is not worried about how much to give. So whatever that is there, he just gave. So that kind of a ability, that's called real dhanam. We should talk this about tomorrow, right? Not today. Dana Veer Karna. So Hanumanji also, he can give himself, not only dharma, artha, kama, but moksha also, Hanumanji is capable of giving. So, but because what? He is not interested in any of this. He doesn't even want moksha, it is said. And he was recommended to take over the position of Brahmaji. Hanumanji was given this charge. So Hanumanji said, nothing doing. I am not interested in Brahmaji's position. What is this? Continuously in charge of production department. It is a headache. This is not, I cannot think about Bhagavan. I want to chant Bhagavan's name and be happy. That's all. So he was not interested. Even moksha is not interested because he says, I will miss the chance of enjoying you. If I become one with you, I will miss the chance of enjoying you and serving you. This is the greatness of Saguna Bhaktas, Nirguna Bhaktas. Saguna Bhaktas are people who are worshipping Lord in a sattvic way, rajasic way, tamasic way. So tamasic people worship tamasic way. Bhuta, Pishaj and all that they worship. That is called tamasic people. There are people who go to the smashanam and sit with a skull on a dead body and chanting dham, dhoom, dhoom. You must have seen that serial in Ramayana. The Indrajit was sitting there and doing some kind of tantric worship. This is called tamasic worship. And when they get power, what they do? That power they use to destroy somebody. That's all. This is called tamasic type of worship. Then rajasic type of worship is what? Power, position, status. That's why during election time in India, all the people who are standing for election, the whole Pandit, the entire Pandit population is busy. Why? Somebody is doing Ashwamedha Yaga, that Yaga, this Yaga and all that. Now I don't know what Bhagavan will do because everybody is doing the same thing. So only one person can win, not everybody can win. But that is the position, power, status. For that, people worship Bhagavan. That is rajasic type. And sattvic type is the worship people who want worship. Those people want only andakarana shuddhi. This recall mama upata samasta duridakshayadvara Sri Parameshwara Prityartham. So duridakshayadvara, let all my papas remove. My mind become pure. Purity for that. That is sattvic nature. Then there is another kind called Nirguna Bhaktas. Nirguna Bhaktas are not interested even in moksha. They want to serve the Lord. You give me a chance to serve you so that I can enjoy the very joy of devotion. So this is Hanumanji's state. So Dana Viraha. Then Rana Viraha. Rana Vira means great warrior in the battlefield. Hanumanji was the only one who could face Kumbhakarna in the battlefield. Kumbhakarna, you know, it's a very humorous it is. When he woke up, he sleeps 6 months. Then he wake up for the day and then again go to sleep 6 months. It is said that one day he wake up, he create havoc. And it seems some humorous person has written something very humorously about how he got up and all that. And you know, he has got a gigantic body like a mountain body. And imagine he was sleeping 6 months, you know, when he gets up, his beard is grown, you know, all over. And before he comes to the Raja, the king, to see his brother Ravana, first thing he has to do is what? Shave. Now to shave such a big area, how many barbers they appointed? Is that there are 25 barbers they appointed. And each one was taking a particular area and then continuing their work. And it seems one person was appointed near the mustache. They had problem because his breathing is like a hurricane. Breathing and breathe out. So this person breathe in and breathe in, he goes inside with his knife, shaving knife. He goes inside. And there are so many people standing there. They ask, what are you doing here? Now we are a herd of these, what do you call them? A battalion of people who are taking care of the cows, cow herds. They said, we are taking care of the whole herd has gone inside. Then another breath he came out. That Kumbhakarna, the moment he got up, he drank so many pots full of alcohol. Then the, what do you call, buffaloes ate. Then he came to sober, it seems. Then afterwards he came to Ravana and then he went to the battlefield. And as he was walking, the whole earth was shaking. And whoever came near, he was crushing under his feet the monkeys. And those monkeys who attacked, he caught them and started eating them like what? You know, these carrots, the fresh carrots, how you eat, the same way he was eating. That type of a Rakshasa, and Hanumanji stood in front of him as big as his eyes and gave him one beating. It seems this Kumbhakarna fell down. Instead of getting angry with Hanumanji, he started appreciating. Wow, very good. Now you wait, I'll give you one. So that kind of a war, Rama Ravana Yuddha, was the greatest war. And afterwards, Hanumanji was asked to sit in the chariot of Arjuna to protect Arjuna's chariot. And after the Mahabharata war over, somebody asked, how do you like the war? Hanumanji said, I was sleeping all the time. Because by the time the way they fought, the strategies has changed. The technique of war has changed. Somebody shoot one arrow, another person shoot another arrow. There was there's nothing like Rama Ravana Yuddha, where the monkeys were like gigantic monkeys fighting physically with the Rakshasas. That was something different completely. But here, he says, only when Abhimanyu fought, I got up. That lasted only 2 hours. Then Bhishma Pitama fought the ninth day, half day, that is over. The rest of the time, he said, I was sleeping. I was so bored, it seems. Because the strategy, the techniques have changed. So this is Ranaviraha. So Hanumanji is all the five: Tyagaviraha, Dayaviraha, Vidyaviraha, Danaviraha, Ranaviraha. If one has got all the five qualities, he is great. And all the qualities Hanumanji used for serving the Lord. That is why Bhagavan said that, hey Hanuman, I am indebted to you. Bhagavan embraced him and said, I am indebted to you. In the three world, I could not find anything equivalent to what you have done to me to give you back in return. So Bhagavan said, I will embrace you. Now, when Bhagavan embraces devotee, he leaves his heart with him. So if you want to reach Bhagavan, you have to go through Hanumanji, via Hanumanji. And Hanumanji is Chiranjeevi. He is blessed by Sitaji, that may you live ever, as long as Bhagavan Ramchandraji's name is there in the world, so long Hanumanji lives. So he is available even now. He is not a myth because Tulsidaji had a vision of Hanumanji. And Tulsidaji was living in Kashi. So every day he was pouring water under a tree. At the top of the tree, there was one spirit living. And the spirit thought that this man is offering me water. He was very pleased. She appeared before Tulsidaji. I am very happy. You have been offering water to me every day. He was not offering water to him. He didn't know he was there. But he was offering water to a tree. And he said, I want to give something in return to you. Tulsidaji said, okay, show me Ramchandraji. Then the spirit said, if I can show you Ramchandraji, how can I be in this spirit? I am still a booth. So I will not be able to show you Bhagavan. Then he said, I can advise you a way. All attention is on you now. They won't listen to me. Chiranjeevi, Hanuman. Hanuman, see, our Tulsidas ji the spirit appeared before him and said, I can show you a way. And it is believed that wherever Ramakatha is going on, Hanumanji come and listen to it. That this temple, Panditji is giving like discourse on Ramayana, Hanumanji is sitting there. There is an old man at the back side, he will be sitting there quietly. Do one thing, go and catch hold of his feet. And say, I know you are Hanumanji. Tulsidas did that, and Hanumanji revealed himself, and with his help, he could have darshan of Bhagavan Ramchandraji. So, this Tulsidas was in 15th, 14th century, 15th century. It is not that old. So, his Kali Yuga, Bhagavan Hanumanji is present. Even today, he is present. I tell you our own example. In our Siddhabari ashram, you heard this story? I don't know. You have heard there is a place called Siddhabari, and we have an ashram there. And you are singing Gurudev's Arati, right? So Gurudev's Samadhi is there. Now that was donated, that place was donated to Gurudev by a major general, a military guy, retired person. I think Narendra Singh, that's his name. And when it was donated, it was a hillock, just nothing there, barren hillock. Gurudev, when he got this, he decided to have an ashram there, because Siddhabari is known for Kapila Muni. Kapila Muni has given Upadesha to his mother Devahuti there. So that place is very auspicious. That's why it's called Siddha Muni. So Siddhanam Kapilo Muni. Among all Siddhas, Kapila Muni is the greatest. So therefore, that place has got a significance. So Gurudev wanted to have an ashram there. So he sent the people from Bombay, contractors, etc., sent from Bombay. And at that time, we had a brahmachari also, who was a civil engineer. He also went along with it. And this particular area, next to this hill, high peaks of mountains are there, high peaks. So the wind comes from there so forcefully. Whatever these people used to build, it used to be uprooted and thrown. Even cement bags used to fly. That kind of a powerful wind. So one day Gurudev went to the Srinagar. From there, he drove down to Siddhabari, and he wanted to see what is the progress of the construction. And these people are sitting there disappointed, and they all informed Gurudev Swamiji, it's not possible to build an ashram here. Gurudev sat down there for some time, closed his eyes, and after some time, sitting quietly, he opened his eyes and said, we will have the ashram here. Oh! He said, we will bring Hanumanji here. When the father sees his son, he will become quieter. So we all thought that it is, like Gurudev always tells jokes, jokingly he is telling. Nobody believed at that time. But then construction started. You see, now we have a very big ashram there. We have an ashram, we can accommodate at least 500 people there. And then Bhagwan Gurudev built Hanumanji also, 36 feet high, 3-floor high. So that Hanumanji came, then for Hanumanji's sake, Gurudev brought Ramchandraji also. It is true, he is present, you see. Otherwise, how it would have happened? So Hanumanji, if you worship him sincerely, his presence is there. So this blessing was given to him along with Ashta Siddhi Navanidike Data Aswaradini Janaki Mata. You must have heard that. So Ashta Siddhi, eightfold Siddhis. Now question is that Hanumanji already had those Siddhis, isn't it? That's why he reached there. So he could make the body Vishal, Deha Vishal. And he can become small also. When Surasa came, he started, when she opened her mouth, he started opening, increasing his size, and suddenly became small and entered the mouth and came back also. This Anima, Lekhima, Gerima, all those power he had. But still, Sitaji blessed him. So why it should? Because Sitaji didn't know that he already had this power. No, it's not that. Because Sitaji herself saw it. Because at one point of time, Hanumanji was telling that, Maharaji, don't worry. He assumed a small little form. And he was telling Mataji, don't worry, I will go back and bring all the monkey armies and fight with Rakshasas and kill everybody, take you back. So Sitaji is looking at Hanumanji. She didn't want to hurt his feelings, so she tells very nicely, Hanumanji, son, all the monkeys in Bhagwan's army, they're all looking like you. Small. These Rakshasas are gigantic people, mountainous size. How are they going to fight with these people? Then Hanumanji understood, oh. So he assumed that Parvatakar Sharir and Samara Bhayankara, that form he showed her. And when she saw that, she said, okay, now I understand. So, Hanumanji had all these powers. She knew it also, but still why she blessed him? This is a question generally people ask. The answer is, all powers you may have, but you will not be able to bless others. So with Sitaji's blessing, Hanumanji will be able to bless us also with that powers. Number one. Number two, all siddhis are such that as you grow older, the siddhis will become weaker. As long as you are young, you can keep the siddhis. As you grow older, what happens? The siddhis slowly get weakened. I don't know, Harry Potter has not shown that, right? That particular aspect. That is the truth. Now, so there is a so one is Anima, Gerima, Mahima, Gerima, Lekhima, Prapti, Ishitvam, Vashitvam. These are the 8 siddhis. So Anima means become very small. So that capacity by which you are able to pervade even the smallest particle or atom in the world. Or you become like a mosquito. So when somebody said that Hanumanji became like a mosquito, so what happened to the ring that Bhagavan gave a ring, isn't it? That also become what? Mosquito cannot wear a ring like Hanuman, Bhagavan's ring. That is big, bigger than mosquito. What happened to the ring? So the answer is ring also become mosquito size, okay? So if he can reduce himself to the size, you think that he cannot reduce the ring also? Then Mahima, capacity to become big or pervade the whole world. Hanumanji has that capacity. You know the story of Surasa. Then Garima, capacity to become heavy. In Krishna Avtara time, when this Trinavarta, that tornado Rakshasa was coming, at that time, Bhagavan Krishna, little baby, became so heavy that Yashodaji could not hold him. And she kept him down. And he knew, Bhagavan knew that this Rakshasa is coming to lift him. So he lifted him. He could not lift him because of his weight too far. And then Bhagavan killed that. That ability is called Garima. Hanumanji had that capacity. You know, Kalyana Saugandhigam, there was a beautiful flower which is grown in the Yaksha, Kubera's place. And one day, our Draupadi got a fragrance of it. And she asked Bhimasen to bring it. Bhimasen was ever ready to please his wife Draupadi. So he set out to the direction in which the fragrance is coming. And Bhimasen has got one particular habit. He goes straight. There is no going this way, that way. Whatever is in front of him, whatever obstacle is that, he will destroy it. If there is a tree, he will pull him down. If it is a rock, he will break it into pieces. This is his nature. The Hanumanji knew this. He wanted to bless him because if you go alone in the Yaksha Loka, he will not escape. So Hanumanji wanted to bless. He is also Vayuputra. And this Bhima also Vayuputra. So they are brothers in a way. So Hanumanji pretended that he is an old monkey and put his tail on the path of Bhima. And Bhimasena said, because he is born and brought up in a royal family, so he has certain etiquettes to follow. Now, what are the etiquettes? If somebody is sitting there, don't jump over him. That is etiquette. Now, Hanumanji's tail is there, that is in his path. He doesn't want to jump over the tail and go. So he told nicely, politely, why don't you move your tail so that I can go? Hanumanji said, I am old. I cannot even move. If you want to move my tail, you move yourself and go. Then Bhima thought that what is this insult? You're telling me to move a monkey's tail. Then he did with his mace, with the left hand, he tried to move. Nothing happening. Then both hand he tried to, his gada broke. Then both hands he tried to move. He could not move, he hit the tail and fell down. Then he realized, because Bhimasena is 1,000 elephant strength. If that Bhimasena cannot move, as old looking tail of a monkey, he realized it is not an ordinary monkey. So he asked, prostrated before him and asked, who are you? You must be Hanuman. Otherwise, it is not possible. Hanuman, he said, yes. Then he told him the direction, that is how Bhimasena. That ability is called Garima. Then Lakhima, light in weight. Deha Vishal Paramaharuai. When burning Lanka, he assumed a huge form, but lightweight. That is the Lakhima. Then Prapti, access to all places. Living in Patala, what is happening in Brahmaloka, he knows. Now this we must be knowing. We are all very familiar because sitting in your drawing room, you know what is happening in other worlds, isn't it? Cable TV and all that. It's whatever that is happening in India, you know now. But here there is one more plus is there. You know what is happening in the mind of people. That cable TV cannot give you. So this, you may think it is not possible because we have not seen yogis. We have seen only bhogis, not yogis. So this one, when Mahatma Gandhiji was jailed in this Aga Khan Palace in Pune, Ramwadi, there is Aga Khan Palace. That is where he was jailed, and they kept it as a secret. Congress people didn't know where he was kept. And at that time, there was somebody in Ahmedabad who can see. So they approached him, and he could see. He said, he is so in so place, he is there. He was able to tell. So this is called prapti. This ability, somebody can master it also. Then prakamya, prakashya, self-shining body. So, or realizing whatever you desire. That is also prakamya, prakashya. So, people used to go and complain to Yashodaji about Lord Krishna stealing butter. So, Yashoda used to say, why don't you keep the butter in a dark room so that Krishna will not know? We tried that also. The moment Krishna enters the room, it gets lit up. Something like a light coming out of his body. It's called prakashya. Then ishittam, ishwarattam, absolute overlordship. Then vashittam, magnetic personality, charisma. This I have seen in our Gurudev's personality, charisma. Ishwarattam also, ishittam also. In Hong Kong, Gurudev came. That time I was appointed there, 1981. And Gurudev was giving lecture there. After the yajna is over, he was going to Singapore. So those days, you can go with him up to the lobby and all that. So Gurudev somebody can check in for him also those days. So one devotee checked in for him and got the boarding pass, everything. And then there was some time, so there was a first class lounge. So Gurudev said we can go and sit there for some time until flight is ready. So those days we also could accompany him. At least few of us could go. So you'll be surprised. Gurudev entered in that lobby. There are so many people sitting there, passengers. Some are Chinese, some are British, some are Americans, some are Indians. All these people who didn't even know who is Gurudev. But the moment Gurudev entered that room, everybody got up. Nobody asked them to get up. Everybody got up with their glass in their hand. Okay, whatever they were drinking. And then Gurudev sat there, they also sat. Continue what they were doing. This ability is called Ishwaratvam. This I have seen with my own eyes. Gurudev had that. Now, this Ashtasiddhi, we have to look at it, how it is practicable to us. This is very important. So this siddhis, 8 siddhis, which each one of us should have in our lives. We meet in our lives so many situations. We should sometime become small, anima, for achieving our goal. See, in Hanumanji's case, you see, when he was flying to Lanka, an obstacle came in the form of Surasa. She wanted to eat him. He tried to reason with her. She refused. So Hanumanji said, okay, eat me. She opened her mouth. Hanumanji increased his size. She again expanded her mouth. Like this competition was going on. But Hanumanji thought, finally, I am not here to compete with this lady, but perform my job given to me by the Lord. So he suddenly became small and entered the mouth and came out. So one should become humble when situation demands. Why? Because the goal is to be kept high in your mind. Once you have that goal high in your mind, you becoming small is automatic. This is called Anima Shakti. Then sometime we have to take leadership. We should start thinking big. We always think small. That is a problem. The smallness in our consciousness, subconscious, is not gone. We should think big. This is called Mahima. So our Guruji used to give us a story, in marriage time, especially South India. This bride's party will rent as what you call chowtry. Those days, 4 days, 5 days in the bedding. Nowadays, everything so fast. Chatpat, Mangli, chatpat. Divorce also. But those days was long time. So many days, Havan, Homam, that and this. I think that's why rarely they divorce. Because why go through the same torture again? So this, when they settle down the bride's party, first thing they start making is sweets. Laddu, bundi, laddu, jalebi and all that they make. And they will be kept in a room. And one mama will be in charge. And he will be having the key, which he will put it in his, tie it in his janoi, that. Most of the time, the janoi is used for that purpose only. Keeping the key. Now, one day he was about to close the door. At that time, children will be playing around. One little boy came and asked, Mama, give me some. So he went inside, he took one laddu, made it into powder, one pinch, he gave it. And the children has got this habit. They won't eat anything alone. They go to in front of all the children and start eating. So they asked, where did you get Mama? So by the time he was about to close, there's a line. So now you have to do, he went inside, made 2, 3 laddus into powder, one pinch he was giving. There was one boy standing last. He refused to accept. No, I don't want this. Then what do you want? I want the key to this room, he said. You see, this is called thinking big. You see, why settle for one pinch? When the effort is the same, samane ayase, effort is the same. Why you settle for small things? This is called Mahima. So, this Anima is humility. Show your humility. Mahima is think big. Don't settle for small things. Then Garima, become heavy. One should not be shaken by little failures. Life, this is natural. Up and down will be there. Sometimes we are successful. Sometimes the same person will feel miserable. So one should have that conviction. So that's why yasmin stito na dukkhena guruna. Having established in which even a hurricane of sorrow comes, it should not affect you. This is called garima, firm conviction of our goal and path. Firm, steady. That is garima. Then lekima, light-hearted person, humorous person. Life should be looked upon as a humorous thing. Don't be the general manager of the universe, all the time worrying about this or that. Bhagavan said, I am taking care of everything. Yoga Kshemam Aham Vahami, Bhagavan said, why you worry? You should you should be humorous in life. See. That reminds me of a joke, let me tell you. Is one young man went to visit his grandfather. And the grandfather, very old, 85, around 89. And his grandmother also about 80. And to his surprise, this grandfather addressed her, always calling her honey, sweetheart. And he was surprised. Even after living together, the same guy for 50 years or something, you still have so much love for her. I want to know the secret. I am going to get married now. I want to know the secret. Please share with me. What is that making you so, loving this wife of yours? Then this old man called him and said, Beta, the problem is I forgot her name. That's why. So what to do? Honey, sweetheart is fine. That is applicable to anybody. So one should enjoy jokes. And now prapti. See, one bald man was celebrating his 65th birthday. One of his friends gave a gift nicely wrapped. And when he opened it, he found it is a comb. And then he asked, what do you do with this? See, that man was very humorous. He said, I never part with it. And the fifth one is prapti, power to attain anything. In modern management, the term used is the ability to mobilize resources. I want to build a house, but it needs minimum $500,000. I don't have that much. I have only 25,000. Then what you can make a bathroom? You can't live in a bathroom. So if you want that money, get that money and build the house. Whatever be the goal you have, you need the resources. So mobilize the resources, get it. It is called prapti. Prakamya, changing your form at will, means different role you have to play in life. Man is a husband, son, father, brother, an officer. As per the role you should play. Don't mix the role. See, when we mix the role, what happens? See, when you are in the office, you are thinking about how home. When you are in the home, you are thinking about office. When you are in the puja room, you are thinking about office. But in the office, you don't think about puja room. No. See, this man, what happened was, he was angry with his boss. He came home and took out the anger on his wife. Wife got angry with her son. And the son got angry with the dog. And the dog got angry with the guest who came. This is how the chain reaction. If you don't mix the role, this is what happened. When you mix the role, this is what happened. The reaction is chain reaction. And see, if you stay with the role, whatever be the role, as your father, as a father, as a son, son, as a husband, husband, don't mix the role. Then you will shine in every role. This prakamya. Then ishitvam, rulership, ability to administer, harness the power like solar energy. See, administrator's job is not easy because someone will be happy, someone will be unhappy. One minister was traveling in a plane. The plane got into a storm. Then all the passengers said, you are a minister for the, what do you call, transport or transport minister. So you are responsible, you should do something. Then he said, I just changed my position. I am in sales department, not management. So this administrator's job is not easy. So harness your ability. Now vashitvam, to keep people under your control with love. The Lord changes his own vow for the sake of love. See, Arjuna made the Lord his driver. See, if you have that love for God or love for people, then they will accept you. See, Bhagavan changed his own vow for the sake of his devotee. Bhishma Pitamaha made him break his promise. Bhagavan Krishna said, I will not take up any arm in the battlefield. Bhishma Pitamaha said, I will see. He fought in such a way that Arjuna was totally disarmed. And then Bhagavan got so furious, he broke his vow. And whatever that, there was one chariot, broken chariot was there. He lifted the wheel of the chariot and attacked. And Vishnu saw it, Bhagavan, yes, good, you broke your vow. That is what I wanted. Come, kill me. So that is because of love. Now, all these siddhis are necessary. Yes, in our life. So, Ashtasiddhi is not something like a myth. Don't think that only Hanumanji can have or others can have, yogis can have. All of us can have this. It's very practical. Then if you meditate on Hanumanji, these 8 siddhis also you'll get. What are they? Buddhirbalam, Yashodhairyam, Nirbhayatvam, Arogadaha, Ajadyam, Vakpaduttam cha, Hanumat Smaranat Bhaved. Buddhi, Buddhihi, Balam, Yasaha, Dhairyam. Buddhi is the power of discrimination. What is to be done, not done. This that ability to judge the situation and act accordingly. Some people will judge the situation, but they don't act. But some people will think deeply and end of it, they make a wrong conclusion. That is not buddhi. Buddhi balam. That's why Tulsidaji says, balam buddhi vidya dehu mohe haravu kalesa vikar. Why? Because kleshas, affliction in our life is due to ignorance. And ignorance can go only with jnanam. And jnanam is gained by buddhi. So give me the strength of knowledge with which I can eliminate my ignorance. So that buddhi, Bhagavan, Hanumanji will be able to give you balam, strength. Strength is free from desire, attachment. Dharma viruddho bhutoshu. Yeah. Kamosmi Bharadashrava. Balam balavadam chaham kamaraga vivarjitam. So I am that strength in those people who is free from kama and raga, desire and attachment. So character strength, the strength of character will come to you. Balam. So that strength of character is there, you can face any situation. That's why Sita ji was able to face Ravana. See, alone, helpless. There is no political, what you call, protection, immunity, etc. Nothing was there. And he was facing the evilest person at that time. And she had the courage to face it. Even to tell him, insult him, say that in front of Ramchandraji, who is like a son, you are like a firefly. That much she could tell. This Balam, from where did she get that character? Pativrata dharmam. Yashaha, fame. Not notorious name, good name. Name should become an inspiration. Like, think about it, Swami Vivekananda, Paramahamsa, and Swami Shivananda, and our Gurudev. When the name you hear, it inspires. That is called Yashaha. Dhairyam. Here it is fortitude, dhriti. Hold on to your ideal. Nirbhayatvam, fearlessness. When you are truthful, there is no fear. Arogadaha, good health. So that's why some people sneezes, bless you, they say, no. You know the origin of this bless you? Olden days in England, there was no cure for pneumonia. So the sign of pneumonia is sneezing. So whenever somebody starts sneezing, they say, oh, may God bless you, you may not get that pneumonia. That's all. We are continuing, bless you. Arogadaha, peace of mind. Ignorance is the root cause for all diseases. Most of the diseases are caused by our mental stress and strain. So arogadaha, mind become peaceful. That is the greatest blessing. Ajadyam, absence of jadya means inertia. We saw that. The laziness, inertia is tamasic. Hanumanji had no hesitation, no laziness, trace of laziness when it comes to serving Bhagavan. And think about the task that he undertook. When Lakshana fell down in the battlefield, and there was no, those days there was no Red Cross going with the military. There was no doctor. So a doctor was in the opposite party. Hanumanji went and lifted the whole dispensary. Not only him. Because sometimes you bring the doctor, you say, I didn't bring my stethoscope. I didn't bring my kit. So Hanumanji did not give any chance for excuse. He lifted the whole house. Whole dispensary lifted. Then afterwards, the doctor gave a prescription. See, generally in India, doctor gives prescription, only his brother-in-law can read, because he has got a pharmacy. Same thing happened to Hanumanji also. Hanumanji went, he could not read, could not understand what he has written. So what did he do? He lifted the whole pharmaceutical, whole mountain, he lifted and brought him. And then he asked, think about it. So, think about the task, going and getting the mountain, bringing it, and then taking it back and putting back, and then coming back. that also before sunset. And then what? The moment the sunrise, not sunset, from sunrise, the moment sunrise, battle begins. He had no sleep. Continue fighting with these people also. Ajadya. No trace of laziness. Vakpaduttam, eloquence. How to speak, where, when, how much. All that you must see. That's why in the Ramayana, when Hanumanji came back, all the monkeys were anxious to hear what happened. So only 2 words, Drashta Sita. They were happy. See, Drashta. He stopped there, then the problem. What? You saw Ravana or what? That's not what. Sita. So that afterwards details he can fill it later. But the how to speak, how much to speak, when to speak, these are all ability, all of them. Ajadyam vakpaduttuncha hanumat smaranat bhavet. So these are also considered siddhis. One will be able to gain, one worship Hanumanji. So Hanumanji is Pavanatanaya, Sankataharana, Mangala Murti Rupa, Rama Lakshana Sita Sahita, Hridaya Basahu Surabhu. So Pavanatanaya Bhagavan, Hanumanji is the son of Pavanadevata, one who removes all your Sankatam. Then Mangala Murti Rupa, very form itself is auspicious because he is a avatar of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is Mangala Karaka. And in whose heart Rama Lakshana Sita Sahita. See here, one advantage is you worship Hanumanji, you get all the three. See, Christmas time now, you buy one, you get three. Here also, you worship Hanumanji, along with Hanumanji, Ram, Lakshmana, Sita ji also there. See, it's very, very easy. With the very form of auspicious, may he dwell in my heart, along with Ram, Lakshmana, Sita. So Ramchandraji stands for knowledge, Lakshmana stands for Vairagya. That's why Bhagavan Ramchandraji stands for knowledge. Ravana stands for ignorance. Kumbhakarna stands for ego, ahankara. This ego-born ignorance-born ahankara, both can be destroyed only by knowledge. That's why Bhagavan killed them both. Then Lakshmana stands for Vairagya. Indrajit is standing for lust, passion. The lust and passion can be destroyed only through Vairagya. So that's why Lakshmana only could kill him. Then Hanuman, Karma Yogi, stands for Karma Yogi. The one who realized the truth, one who knows the essential nature of Ramachandraji, how he should live in this world, serving the humanity, worshipping him. Hanumanji is an example. So, this is Veera Hanuman, Mahaveera Hanuman. Let us stop here, okay? We started late, that's why I took 10 minutes more. Thank you. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Yes. 2015 is Gurudev's centenary year, 15 to 16. And this 2015 Mahasamadhi camp is in New Jersey, from where I am coming. We are hosting that Mahasamadhi camp. This being a very important year, I welcome you all to come with all your friends. And if you have some friends in New Jersey, if they are not with Chinmaya Mission, this is an opportunity to bring them to the mission. And you can have your family get together there in the camp. And this time, because we are planning something more. One is all the North American Swamis and Brahmacharis, Acharyas will be there in the camp. They are all invited. Because most of the camp you go, you see a few of them only. But here, being a centenary year, we are inviting everybody. About 17 Swamis are there. Think about, this is a Swami Kumbh Mela. You will see the ambience. You have satsang, you can talk to them. Anybody, you can catch hold of them and talk to your doubt, ask your doubt. They will be available. That is one attraction. Second one is, because we are all in North America, we are all connected to one mission or another. And our vision of the Chinmaya mission is very limited. We think about only our center. Beyond that, we don't think. But we have about 300 centers all over the world. And we have so many programs. Chinmaya Mission has undertaken so many programs. And all those projects are not known to us. So here we are going to have Chinmaya Vishwa. So people coming from India, about 12 of them are coming, heading, each one of them heading one project. And they are going to present to us what exactly the mission is doing. So it will open up your horizon of vision that you will be able to relate to Chinmaya Mission. You are not belonging to a small organization, functioning in a small place, but you are belonging to a wider, bigger. You are part of the universal form of our Gurudev. So this is another attraction. Then Guruji is going to take, the topic is Upanishad Ganga. So you may think that Upanishad Ganga, we have seen the serial, now what is there too? See, serial, what happens is, the story is told. The Upanishad stories are told and certain values also given in the form of story. But what is the depth of teaching is not shown. Guruji will be dealing with that. So each topic, a few topics, he will not be able to do it in 5 days, but a few topics are selected and he will be talking, giving in-depth study on that. So this is very important Mahasamadhi camp, then afterwards, so therefore all of you please come with your friends. And children will have very interesting program. We have planned. All grades, separate. And most of them will be taken by one Swami or another, because I have to give them the job. This time, Balavihar will be run by Swamis only. Not Sevaks. Sevaks will be helping them, but mainly the Swamis will be running. This time we are introducing another sect also. It's called the, what do you call that? Setukari. They will have between 25 and 40, I think. Yeah, Setukari. Yeah. They are given special program. So you don't feel like, you don't feel like sitting with the old people like us. So you're all given a separate special treatment. So that is also a new thing. So all these, we will have a very good time. We are expecting about 1,000 people. So let us join them. Okay, thank you.